Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and let's try this team here. We're going to try out the team featuring the Shadow Gligar paired with the Skarmory and the Shadow Feraligatr. So we had a bad lead here. We're going to switch out into the Skarmory. They switch out into their Swampert. So not necessarily the hard counter, but it is going to be able to spam these Hydro Cannons. We fired off a Sky Attack. The Sky Attack does roughly 40 to 50% right there. Trying to get to another Sky Attack. In order to do that, we got to invest this shield. This shield right here ensures that we are able to get to another move. This is going to be shielded or it's going to get the KO. They decided to shield that. And at this point, we're just going to allow this one to go through because this is potential farm down for the Gligar that we have. So we're going to go straight into our Gligar here, looking to get the farm down. We do get the fantastic farm down, perfect farm down if you ask me. And then our opponent does throw a move here with their Goodra. They have tons of energy. We have to get this last shield somehow. So we're going to go for this Aerial Ace. This Aerial Ace does get shielded. Okay, so step number 2 has been completed. We're anticipating that they are running Aqua Tail and maybe a Thunder Punch, so we can survive it. Oh, actually, they're running the Power Whip. So Power Whip is going to be super effective as well, and it's taking out the Feraligatr. We go for the dig to take out the Goodra, but then we're getting met with the Mandibuzz in the back. So Mandibuzz was going to be pretty decent against our backline, as the Feraligatr would have had resisted Fast Move, and if we had kept the Gligar alive, we only could have thrown Aerial Aces because of the flying type. So GG's to our opponent, top backline right there. On to the next game. Let's see, we got the Shadow Gligar versus the Hakamo-O. They're going to switch out immediately into their Spark Lantern. Oh man, Spark Lantern, as you can see, is really good against our backline. We have to stay in for now. We tank the Surf. At this point, we need to get this Lantern low enough or get some shields. So we're going to throw this dig. It does get the shield. And then we're going to try to get to another move here. We do get to the dig. Let's see if they end up shielding this or not. We're going to anticipate they do shield. Yep, they do end up double shielding. Then we're going to switch out immediately into our Feraligatr. The Feraligatr is going to be able to deal a lot of fast move damage. And luckily, we are running the Crunch variant. So we are able to throw back some neutral damage. This Crunch here, potential debuff. Let's see if we get it. No debuff, so they're going to switch out immediately. Oh man, they had double electrics in the back. That is insane. Double electric against our double weak to electric in the back is going to be very good for them. But you can see how spammy this Feraligatr is, able to reach another Hydro Cannon, taking out this Charge Bug and all of its energy. And now we have a better situation. We got the Hakamo-O versus our Skarmory, which is not dealing much fast move pressure. It's only going to do these charge moves. Brick Break does deal some neutral damage, and it does debuff our defense. We're going to throw this Sky Attack here to take away this Hakamo before they get to another move, and now we have to deal with this Lantern. Lantern is going to throw a move here. We're going to show the first one. Ends up being the Surf. That's fine. Try to get to another move. Oh, they are able to get to another Surf. Do we survive this? Yes, we do. We barely survive it, and we are able to reach another Sky Attack. The Sky Attack should be in range of a KO, and that is exactly what happened. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game, facing a double electric team while we were double weak to electric in the back. So this team just shows you the power of potential comebacks if you play correctly. Here we got the Shadow Gligar versus the Shadow Quagsire. Okay, depending on the moveset, we don't know what particular moveset they're running. Could be the Aqua Tail version, or it could be Mud Bomb, Stone Edge, but probably most likely going to be running Stone Edge for sure. They do reveal that they have the Aqua Tail version, so we're going to switch out into our Skarmory. Skarmory here going to be able to be tanking these moves. Ice Beam does get revealed, does neutral damage. Now, we're going to be throwing the Sky Attack right here to chip away at the health of this Mantine. Even though this Mantine here is not doing a lot of fast move pressure, it's quite tanky. Another Ice Beam goes through, gets us into the red, and now we have a decision to make. Are we going to go for the Sky Attack here, or do we go for the Brave Bird? We're going to go for the Sky Attack here because we think that it's going to be enough to take it out, and that's exactly right. Here we go again. Another electric type in the back. Charge Bug floating around. We're going to let them farm us down, go back into our Shadow Gligar, which has a ton of energy, by the way. We throw the Aerial Ace, it does get the shield, and now we're going to farm up to another move. One move is only going to be used, so we're just going to go for the dig. We do get them to use the second shield, and we're going to try to win this game with double shield Feraligatr. X-Scissor gets revealed, so they do get the bait, quote-unquote bait, but they're still going to do a decent amount of damage. This is a double shield situation. Another X-Scissor gets used. We're going to see if this Hydro Cannon is enough to take out this Charjabug. Yes, it is. So that's really good news for us. Trying to race to another move here. We do get the CFP tie, I believe. This Hydro Cannon for the Feraligatr has to take it out. Yes, it does. So GG's to our opponent. That Shadow Feraligatr just coming in clutch in every shape and form. 2-shield Feraligatr beating the Charjabug and the Quagsire is quite insane. The Charjabug had I think a head start in energy too, so that was amazing. All right, so we're going to switch out into the Skarmory versus the Azumarill. They switch out immediately into, what do you know, another Charjabug. Charjabug here throws the discharge, is going to be able to get us into the red, but the Skarmory here is able to fight back with the potential Brave Bird. We only have time for one move, so we're just going to throw this Brave Bird. It does get the shield, and it allows them to KO our Skarmory, so they get less farm. Here, we're going to come back in with the Gligar. This Gligar here is going to tank the discharge. The discharge is single resisted, so we're going to throw this dig here, and oh wow, doesn't quite KO, and it leaves them with a sliver of health, allowing them to get to another move. So that could be very costly. Here, we're going to come back in with the 2-shield Feraligatr versus this Azumarill. We're going to shield here no matter what. Ends up being the play rub. Okay, good to know. We're going to, what is that? Okay, it's going to be the Tentacruel. Tentacruel here against our Shadow Feraligatr in the 1-shield situation. Throw the crunch, doesn't get the debuff, but at least we're going to be able to throw some neutral damage. Another crunch gets through. Yep, and we're looking for the farm down at this point because we need the extra energy. We're going to shield here no matter what. Ends up being the Scald, so they're trying to go for the KO. We do avoid the debuff, so this is really lucky for us right now. We are going to have a slight chance to win this game. We'll go for a Hydro Cannon right here. They decided to tank it because they know that it's not going to do that much damage. Here, we're going to try our best to throw on timing. This next Hydro Cannon does get shielded, okay, and they're looking for the farm. Now trying to get to another Hydro Cannon. We faint on the move. So that is GG's. Unfortunately, couldn't get to that Hydro Cannon. To be honest, probably wouldn't have mattered. Hydro Cannon wouldn't have taken out that Azumarill from that health anyways. So in hindsight, probably should have tried to bank a little bit of the energy, switch into our Gligar and try to get to that move. All right, here we got the terrible matchup of Skarmory versus the Gligar. So we're going to switch out into the Feraligatr. They decided to switch into their Lantern. So there's another Electric type. At least we baited out. Here we're going to go for the crunch, trying to get the debuff. No debuff. And we're going to throw this Hydro Cannon here when we potentially have crunch. Our opponent does end up shielding. Okay. And now it's going to be a race trying to get to another Hydro Cannon. We do get the Hydro Cannon. This is going to pressure our opponent to either shield or let this go. Our opponent does end up double shielding. So we do get the shield down. We have to deal with this Lantern with 100 energy at this point. Our opponent does end up throwing a move, most likely going to be the Surf. We do tank the first one, doesn't quite KO, trying to get to another move, but they are going to snipe our energy here. We are going to keep this Gligar alive because we know that the Lantern is pretty decent against our Skarmory, so we shield once. They switch into their Air Slash Skarmory, so this is a different variant, but you can see right here, we are doing a little bit more damage than they are, but they are going to be able to get to the Sky Attack, so we do get chipped. We're going to go for our own Sky Attack. This Sky Attack gets them into the yellow. Here, they're going to throw another move. Let's see if they throw the Brave Bird or not. Okay, there's the Brave Bird, and now it allows us to overfarm a little bit. We don't want them to get to another move, so we're just going to throw this Sky Attack right here before they get to their next move. Let's see what they come back in. When they do come back in with their Lantern, and we're going to snipe their energy here by switching out quickly to our Gligar, taking them out with our Aerial Ace, and now we have to deal with this Annihilate. Can we get to this Aerial Ace? Yes! We get to the Aerial Ace because we had that shield pressuring them to trying to farm us down. Aerial Ace goes through, doesn't quite KO, but the ensuing wing attack does take out that Annihilate. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already. Let us know if you enjoyed the video.